Hello, everybody, and anybody who's actually watching this. Today, I wanted to try out Moze. It took me like 40 pulls to get him. I'm like at 60 pity right now, and I could technically try to get Facial, and I kind of want to. I thought I wasn't going to like her in the story. I ended up really liking her. um, so I actually do really like her. And I think I have like a pretty decent team to actually use her. Because Mose is a good partner for her. March 7th is also, I'm pretty sure, a good partner with her. And I have Robin and Aventurine. So I could have like a pretty decent, like kind of a pretty premium team, to be honest. But it took me like 40 pulls to actually get him. I was, and that's why I'm not sure if I want to do more pulls because first of all, his Eidolons are actually pretty good. Yeah. First one helps with his energy, so that since he doesn't spend much time on field, energy is pretty important. And then part of his ultimate, his ultimate is also like a pretty big part of his damage, since his ultimate can be considered follow up attack from one of his traces, and then not only that, but it also actually triggers a follow up. So it's honestly pretty helpful. And then his second E is also really good. Like it's just good. Like it's just very good. Says it means not only will he get it means not only he will get a lot of crit damage off. It means his allies will also get a lot of crit damage off. So it's really good. But yeah, so I actually think like if I was a lower pity, I probably would have pulled more for him. It's just currently I do want to save because I am interested in Facial. I don't know how interested I am yet. I guess I'll depend how I feel later. But for now, this is about most. Sorry. But these are his stats. This is the light cone I'm using for that extra attack and for that extra crit damage, since you can get up to 40% crit damage with this light cone, which is pretty well. I'm sorry. If you have a super position 3, I think if it's level 1, it's 8% crit damage if I'm not wrong. So you would get like 40. Wait, no. Wait a minute. Let me. 8, 16, 24, 32. My bad. 32. I'm not very good at math. These are his traces. I got all his crit damage ones, so his crit damage could be like as high as possible. I got all 3 major traces too, because honestly, honestly, all of them are pretty good. The last one, like I said, when dealing damage by using ultimate, it is considered as having launched a follow up attack. The follow up attack damage taken by prey increases by 25%. So it just increases his damage and also increases like if you have fish out, it increases her damage too. Since I'm pretty sure a lot of her moves are also considered follow up attack. So it's very like he's just a very good character. I feel like he's just a good character for debuffs and just a good character for like just for for his own damage, because his talent no it's yeah, I forgot what it was, but basically prey counts as one debuff if I'm not wrong. He has 2 debuffs. The point is that he has 2 debuffs, so he has a lot of ways to debuff the enemy, and not only that, but to other increase like to increase like his allies damage with other ways and stuff like that. His second trace is just kind of helps him keep up and not like fall behind in the action order, which I think is pretty good, since for what I heard, you don't really want to run him with speed boots, since not only does he like Yuri gets advanced, so speed is pretty trivial because he'll probably still be like one of the top characters going. Um, and not only that, but once he goes into the party mode, his speed doesn't matter at all. Like it won't affect it. So you'll be wasting that speed like 90% of the time you're using him. And then his first trace is just like just a good trace to keep up with the skill points. Since I guess it could, depending on team you're using, it could be skill point heavy. So yeah. But yeah, this is just traces right now, and that's probably how they'll stay for a while. The relics I'm going to be using for now for the first try are 2P's Duke Inferno and 2P's Wind Soaring. I just use 2P Soaring because it gives you extra attack, and I have like some pieces that are decent, like attack boots, crit rate, chest piece. So I was just kind of like, let's just use that. If you want to use like a similar set to this, then you can also use like the musket. As I was saying, if you want to run like a similar set, you can also use 2P's Pioneer. I mean Prisoner, or 2P's Musketeer. Those also give you attack, and like I said, attack is like a pretty big thing for him. But a set that I've like pretty sure basically everybody's using on him is Pioneer, which I will be trying, but I want to try this one first because, like I said, it gives you follow up attack, which is where his damage comes from, and some extra attacks. So I thought that was good. And I also have 2P's Dynasty, which it's just for the extra crit damage. Since it gives you like quite a lot. And not only that, but it also does increase your follow up attack, which again is where his damage is coming from. So I just want to try this set. But Pioneer, for what I've heard, is a really good set on him, since he himself applies already 2 debuffs, like just naturally. So he basically already has like most of the buffs that Pioneer does offer, which is pretty crazy. But I'm not sure about his E2. His E no, which one is it? Yeah, his E2. I'm not sure if that counts as a debuff or it's just part of like his prey debuff. But the point is that he does apply 2 debuffs, so he gets a lot of damage. But yeah, he gets a lot of damage. But yeah, the team is March, Robin, and Yukong. Usually you would want to run a sustainer. Adventuring is honestly not bad, since adventuring can also since adventuring will probably trigger a lot of follow up attacks of himself, so that means that he will also trigger a lot of follow up attacks on Moze. I keep calling him Moze, but it's Mosa, I'm pretty sure. Which I'm sorry, my bad. I keep thinking it's Moze, but it's Mosa from like what I heard from the cutscenes. Not really sure, but Mosa, he should trigger like more. They should just be triggering each other like their follow up attacks a lot. But yeah, but I wanna go like a full like DPS Moza, so I wanna like use Yukong because Yukong is honestly kind of crazy. She gives a lot of attack, 70 attack at the level 8. She gives a lot of crit damage and crit rate. And not only that, but she works as a sub DPS too. So she be going crazy. And then Robin is just a broken character for follow up attack character teams, and then just in general she's just a really good support. So yeah, so this is a team. I also added March 7th just because honestly I don't know why. Well, I mean, like I said, he doesn't need speed, but um with how much March attacks, because from her normal turn, then her follow up, and then her action advance turn whenever she gets all 7 stacks of her like her enhanced basic, like it's a lot of turns that she's taking, which I think can help Moza like trigger more follow up attacks. Um And not only that, but because of this, she also gives crit damage to the Shifu, which I am planning to make into Shifu, even though that speed is useless on him. But like I said, I just really want all that crit damage on Moza, which I think she should be able to do since this isn't like a target. Well, I need to target the skill onto Moza first, and then I'm pretty sure this should be able to do it without having to it doesn't it, you know it most is really complicated to explain because of his departure state, but for that talent, for that trace, I don't think they need to be on the field, because Robin is also, I'm pretty sure that's why Robin is also a really good sorry, it's a really good support for Moza, is because she doesn't need him to be on field to get that attack buff. So he can still go and then still get at that attack buff from Robin, which is pretty good since um his department stitcher, I'm assuming, is supposed to be kind of like a drawback to using him, so he won't be completely broken. Because if he's off field and can't take damage, can't get debuff, can't get anything, it will be kind of broken if he can still get buffed. So I'm assuming that's why there's that kind of trade-off. But Robin is so broken that she doesn't care about limitations. She's like, no. um but yeah, just so that's my plan, and then afterwards I will be trying out the four-piece Pioneer. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Some quick thoughts about 2.5. I won't spoil anything. All I really say, well, all I will really say is that it's a really great story. I recommend playing it as soon as you can. I'm usually the type of person that holds off on doing the story because I just don't like doing the story. Like, I'll be too lazy, and I like just saving them because later on you can do it and get like a bunch of jades from them too. So I like keeping them in the bag just so that I can get jades whenever I want to. Um but yeah, it's a really great story. I was honestly playing it just because I needed the the trace materials for Moza. But honestly, like, these, you can only get them if you do the new story. I hadn't done the story since 2.4, so I had to do 2.4 and then go into 2.5. But honestly, it was such a good story that it literally like got me hooked immediately. And I was like, I was supposed to be doing this like really quickly, but I stayed up really late playing it, and I was like, this is insane. It's like I said, it's a really good story. It has incredible like cutscenes in it too. And honestly, it's it's dark, bro. It's Honkai with each new patch, I feel like keeps getting darker, but either way, it was a really good story. So I recommend playing it as soon as you can. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be showcasing him like at the end, like after I say my goodbyes. But yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye, and I hope we get some big numbers from Moza.
Let the show begin. Peach blossoms and divine
Speed, not haste.
dangerous thoughts. Harmony and unison. I could take 10 of you. Here you go, master. Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, plus yes!
Like the shadow. Like the shadow.
Immortality.
Stay the course.
Darkness charge.
Oh, I get it. Tonight, stars echo.
Spirit never dies. Gale force. The wind is right. From the bow.
Darkness charge.
Let the show begin. Peach blossoms.
Speed, not haste.
Stone.
Dangerous thoughts resonate all together. Ready to shine. Nice job! Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this! It's okay. It's okay.
Spirit never dies.
I could take 10 of you. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Tonight, stars echo.
Gale Force! The wind is from the boat!